Hello everyone, this is Bloody Bananas. In this video, we're going to showcase a team of 3 in Pokemon Go Great League, consisting of Mew lead, Altaria, and Empoleon in the back. These gameplays are taken directly from my Twitch livestream, and I was able to climb over 150 points just over the span of 4 sets. I think Empoleon has a very special place in this meta, and without further ado, let's dive into some of these battles. So the very first battle, we have Ramo Castro, very talented player and a streamer. Shift Tree is very bad lead for us, so we go into Empoleon. We can tank one Leaf Blade, and we should be able to get to the draw pack before the second Leaf Blade. He actually swaps out into Altaria. This is not very great for us. So I'm just going to throw the draw pack, and now I'm going to sack the Mew and hoping that Altaria can finish off the game, because Mew doesn't really have any play against the Shift Tree. We have the move of Wild Charge and Surf, which are both resisted by the Shift Tree. So I go for the Wild Charge. We actually tank the Sky Attack, and now it's all up to Altaria, and they come in with the Jellicent in the back. This is not very great for us, but we had an energy lead, so let's see how we play this out. I imagine that we're going to double shield for sure. They actually don't shield the Sky Attack, which was arguably what won me the game. So we shield the second Ice Beam, and now it's a Shift Tree against my Altaria. We're actually going to the Mew, force them to throw a move, so now they're slightly out of energy. I know that one Foul Play doesn't kill, and I don't think that he's going to get to another move here before we farm it down with Dragon Breath. And in the next game we are, let's see what we're up against, Pelipper. What I like to do against Pelipper is to tank a Weather Ball and then throw a Wild Charge, and then swap into Altaria or Empoleon to catch a move. Let's see what I do here. So they shield, and then I catch a move on my Altaria here. That's very good. And they're not swapping out here. That was very interesting. And they threw another Weather Ball, which is also very interesting because we could definitely tank it. And they came in with Mana Buds. So I guess they don't have a hard counter to Altaria. That's why they came in with Mana Buzz, and they threw some moves to soften my Altaria. And now they pretty much empty their energy to kill my Altaria. So now I go into my Mew to just go for the Wild Charge before he gets to another Foul Play to kill the Mana Buzz. And I'm relying on my Empoleon to finish off the game. So it's up to what they have in the back, right? It's a Ferrothorn, so this is very tough because we can't tank anything, and we need to get to 3 drill packs in order to KO, because they have a shield, right? We need to land double drill packs. At this point, the only win condition I have is to sack my Mew, right? But the switch the clock is still not back up. It's about to be up, I think, right here. So I swap into my Mew. That was extremely close, and we were able to take this game. They came back with Pelipper. I'm just going to farm up to 2 drill packs here, and yeah, and it's GG. So it was a very close game. We barely won the Ferrothorn matchup up a shield. So that was a good game. Well played by my opponent. And then we have Valor Ash Mason. Very well known player. So this is very bad for us. This team definitely does not appreciate Galvantulas. Obviously it's very good against my Mew, and it's very good against my Empoleon in the back. So what I like to do is stay in and get the Surf first, hoping that they don't shield, but they do shield. So now I want to catch a move on my Altaria. I caught a lunge on my Altaria, which is good. They made a really smart play. They farmed up to a move, and then they stored it, and they went into Azumarill. So now they have a moving on Galvantula, which is really good for my opponent here, right? They go for the Ice Beam. I'm gonna let it go. The play rough, okay. And now I come back with my Mew, and I definitely make a misplay here. Yep, they go for a move. What I'm thinking is I need to kill this Azumarill, but they actually came back with Galvantula, and they had a move stored. So that was really bad for us. So we basically wasted that shield, and Mew got KO'd anyways. And they came with Jellicent. This was pretty much over because one Shadow Ball will pretty much kill. Yeah, so Valor Ash actually disrespects us with the Bubble Beam here. That's okay. And now he goes for the KO with the Shadow Ball. So well played. Shout out to Valor Ash. Next up we have Mew against Politoed. This is okay. So I think I make a slight misplay here as well. We go for the Wild Charge when he gets to 2 Weather Ball, but he's throwing right here, so we can't swap out. But Mew is able to tank this, and then we go into our Empoleon. They throw a move here. I'm thinking this might be a EQ, Earthquake. So it was good that we shield that. And we go for a Drill Pack here. They shield. That tells me that they probably have something extremely weak to my Empoleon, right? So now I go, they have a Skarmory. They tried to catch the move, I'm guessing. Oh, they did. They were able to catch my move, which was really smart play by them, right? I go for the Hydro Cannon here. We was able to get to the move. They throw a Sky Attack here. We should be able to tank this. And we go into the Mew right away to tank this Weather Ball. So we know that they have Weather Ball and Earthquake, and Altaria pretty much handles that. But it turns out that they had a Alolan Ninetales in the back, which meant that my Altaria really couldn't do much against their backline, and unfortunately we weren't able to take this game. This is when I thought that maybe I should save swap into my Altaria more, and hoping that Empoleon can finish off. So next game, again, Galvantula lead, not great for us, not terrible. So I'm going to make the same play, just go for the serves right away. And he actually farmed a little more before throwing. I guess he was afraid that we're going to try to catch. So I think I throw this and then we try to catch anyways. We failed to do it. So it queued my swap there, which was something that I really didn't enjoy. Because we failed the sack swap, but it still queued my swap, and it went to Altaria here. So that was not very good for us, because now it's locked in against Azumarill, and we didn't catch anything. But let's see what we can do here. So they go for the Ice Beam, and they farm us down, so they have a lot of energy, right? I think we go into Empoleon because we should be able to tank all these energy from Azumarill. Yep. So we tank the Ice Beam extremely well. At this point, I'm gonna farm up a lot of energy. I think I'm just gonna farm it all the way down here before he gets to another move. Yeah. Okay. That was sort of a play that we needed to do. They come back in with Galvantula, so I throw the move right away. And now I go into my Mew. I store a Hydro Cannon on my Empoleon, and it's a G-Fisk. So I just need to land that one serve, and to ensure that my Empoleon can just come back in with the Hydro Cannon to KO. Because Empoleon wins most CMPs anyways, and has very high attack stats. Yep, so now we come back in, have the stored Hydro Cannon, and we win this game. Well played by my opponent. Was very close. And now we are against Swampert. Not the best lead, but this is okay. So I'm gonna throw the serve when they get to 2 Hydro Cannons. I like to shield the first Hydro Cannon. I don't, just in case it's like a big move and it kills. Um, and we should be able to tank one. This is not a Shadow Swampert, so it's not as bad. And then we go for the serve. It lands, which is great. And they came back with they swapped into a Ninetales, and we have very hard punish with our Empoleon. I think I farm up to 2 moves, and then I throw a Hydro Cannon, and we still have a Hydro Cannon stored, right? So this is a pretty good situation for us. It's up to what they have in the back. So it's a Deoxys, which is not bad at all. He's able to farm us all the way down, so that's not too good. I'm gonna come in with Mew, hoping to tank a move. We were able to tank a Rock Slide here. This is very good. And then we go into our Altaria. I think I should not have shielded this, but I thought that the Sludge Wave would do the most damage here anyways. And they weren't able to get to another Hydro Cannon, so that was very good. And at this point, we should be able to get 2 Sky Attacks off before this BB gets to 2 Rock Slides. And we'll take this game. So, well played. It was very close. I think he was very close to a Rock Slide at the end there. Next game, we are up against Azumarill. This is what we like to see. Azumarill in the lead. And they came in with Porygon 2. That kind of caught me off guard. I've never seen this thing in play. So I throw a move and then I go into my Altaria. Zap Cannon, that did so much damage. So I'm gonna throw the Sky Attack right away. I don't think I shield this. I know this is a Tri-Attack, but I thought that my Altaria can tank it. Turned out it wasn't very, I really couldn't tank it. And they were able to lock us down, but then I come in with Empoleon and farm it down. So now they came back in with the Azumarill. Obviously I want to avoid the Azumarill versus my Mew with Wild Charge. So, but this is still fine. This is a very decent matchup for Empoleon. Hydro Pump still does a lot of damage, but this is still okay. I almost have a move stored, and then I go into my Mew. I was able to kill with the Wild Charge, and turns out they have a Skarmory in the back, which makes sense. Because obviously they need something for grass types in the back, right? So it was very likely a fire. And at this point, my opponent concedes the match. Okay, next we are against Bastiodon. Bastiodon is kind of tricky. It all depends on what they have in the back. The lead matchup doesn't really matter in this case. I'm just gonna keep throwing the serves to chip down the Bastiodon, and we'll see what they swap into. We're gonna shield to preserve some health on our Mew. Let's see what they go into. They go into Meganium to catch my serve, which is very well played. We have very hard punish in the back, so I'm gonna store a serve on my Mew, and then I go into my Altaria. I'm just going to farm all the way down because he needs. There's no way he's going to KO my Altaria with the Meganium, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna let everything he throw at us go through. And he came back and he aggressively swapped into the Bastiodon. So I'm gonna throw Sky Attack to stall the timer, and I store a Sky Attack on my Altaria, and then I go into my Mew to throw my serve that I had stored earlier. And it was a CMP tie, it was even better for us. So now we can come in with the Empoleon and get a little bit jump start on energy. They had a Politoed in the back, which was interesting. I felt like this wasn't an Earthquake. Basically, I was calling their bait, and I was able to tank a Weather Ball, which was good. I believe I shield this just in case it's a Earthquake, but they throw another Weather Ball. I think this is again a Weather Ball, so I'm thinking that he probably doesn't have Earthquake, so that was good. Now we go for the Drill Pack here. We had a move stored on Altaria. We just throw the Sky Attack here. and their Meganium has 1 HP, so it was a good game here. Good game to my opponent. Next game we have Mew against a Blastoise. This was very interesting. I think I throw the Wild Charge just before he gets to Hydro Cannon. And then I swap into my Altaria, hoping to catch Hydro Cannon, but he didn't throw. He came in with a Stunfisk, Galarian Stunfisk, which is a hard wall to my Altaria. This is okay. I'm going to do as much damage as I can with my Altaria here. So I was able to chip down the G-Fisk. Let's see what they do here. I think they undercharge slightly to get a little bit more farm, which is very good play by my opponent. Come back in with my Mew. I don't shield this. I'm thinking this is a Rock Slide. And then I farm it down. I aggressively swap into my Empoleon. And then I shield the Hydro Cannon. I thought that it could be a Skull Bash, and I definitely don't want to tank that. So I throw Drill Pack right away. And I know this is not a Skull Bash, so I'm going to let it go. Hydro Cannon, and then we farm it all the way down here. So, and then they came back in with Stunfisk, and we got one more farm, which is great for us. And it's a Cresselia in the back. So our Mew and Empoleon can handle this matchup really well, right? And we still have a shield. We took out that last shield, and then I go into my Mew. We go for the Wild Charge. And that was actually a CMP tie, so it was pretty much over here. They're not going to get to 2 moves, so good game to my opponent. Next game, let's see, we have Mew against Medicham. Obviously, very great matchup. Very great matchup here. My opponent goes straight Ice Punch. We're just going to tank these Ice Punches. Goes into a Azumarill. This is good. So I'm just going to throw the 2 Wild Charges, force a shield, and then go into my Empoleon and farm up on my Empoleon here. So at this point, I'm thinking what they have in the back. We know that they have Medicham, and they have a Azumarill in the back. So I'm thinking they probably don't have a G-Fisk or a Steel because they need an answer to Azumarill, right? So I was hard reading that they have a Grass in the back. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking Azumarill was their safe swap, and they must have a Grass type in the back, right? So when my Empoleon goes down, I want to come in with my Mew because I'm thinking my Altaria probably can handle their backline. So we're gonna let our Mew die here, which was a big mistake, as you guys are going to see. It turns out that they had a G-Fisk in the back. So it was just a read by me that went really wrong, and sometimes you make these sort of reads and you make a really good play, but in this game we lost the game because we made the wrong read. In hindsight, it was probably safer to go into my Altaria anyways because we had a shield up, and I actually went for a sack swap there, but it didn't matter. It was probably safer to go into my Altaria anyways because I didn't know what they had in the back line, right? So in hindsight, was probably a misplay by me. It was definitely a winnable game, but that's okay. So now we're against a Gliscor. We tank the first Night Slash, and I'm going to throw 2 Surfs. My opponent gets a boost, so this is not great for us. I believe I throw 2 Surfs, and then I'm going to try to catch a Night Slash with my Altaria. So I go into my Altaria, I catch the move. This is very good. And I was able to farm it down before he gets to a move. So that was really great. Let's see, they actually had an Empoleon of their own. So I really respect my opponent there. He was thinking just like me. So I'm going to safely shield there. I go for the Sky Attack to take out the Empoleon. I think my opponent actually shields. Yeah, he actually shields there. So I come back with my Mew. I felt that he might have a grass in the back, so that's why I went with the Mew to bait it out. And now I have my Altaria against our grass type Ferrothorn. Um, we're gonna shield this. It was a Thunder, so it was a good shield by us. And we outpaced to a second Thunder with our Sky Attack. And this does just enough damage um, for our Empoleon to farm down before he gets to a move. 2, 3, 4. We got 4 waterfalls, and it was exactly enough to kill. And then we have a Hydro Cannon here to KO their Empoleon, and it was game over. So next up, we have Mew against Cresselia. Very great lead, obviously. They had confusion, so it's even better because they're not going to get to charge moves as fast. We're going to go for a Surf first, and I like to throw Wild Charge now after tanking a move. Let's see what they come into. They actually come into G-Fisk, so I'm thinking this is great. I'm just going to stay in this matchup because I know my backline can handle the Cresselia really well anyways. I'm just going to go for the serves. I know I'm going to win this matchup for sure because I had so much energy, right? I go for another serve here. Let's see. Yep, so we KO the G-Fisk. Now I'm going to go into my Altaria. And we tank this move, I believe, on our Altaria. It doesn't KO. And we farm the Cresselia all the way down. In the back, it's a Scrafty, so this is very good for us. Because we get 2 Sky Attacks off. Even though he farmed us all the way down, we got it really low enough for our Empoleon to get 1 Waterfall and KO to secure this game. So, good game by my opponent. And next up, let's see. We have Mew against Surfetched. This is an okay matchup. They actually swap into Altaria, and I don't have a hard answer, so I'm just going to chip it down a little bit with the Wild Charge first. And I go into my Empoleon. At least I resist everything the Altaria throws. But the Empoleon is very glassy, so I'm already at half health. And I'm going to throw the Sky Attack here. I expect to be farmed down by the Surfetched, which is okay. So he has a lot of energy, so now I go into Altaria because this thing pretty much walls the Surfetched. So now I'm also thinking what they could have in the back. Obviously they need a Charm answer, so I'm thinking maybe they have a Steel type. That's why I want to come in with my Mew to get a jump start in energy, right? Because they need a Charm answer, right? And it turns out they have a Whimsicott, which is the worst monster that we can see right now. It resists everything that our Mew throws, and obviously the Charm just destroys us. So, interesting team composition, and again, a wrong read by me. Kind of lost us the game here, but that's okay. A lot of times these sort of games happens, right? My opponent has Vigoroth, swaps into Galvantula here. So I stay in with my Mew, I go for the same play, goes for the serves. I'm going to shield the lunges, and I go for another serve. He actually got to 2 Will Switches when I only got 2 Shadow Claws there. So that was very interesting. I didn't know what happened there, but that's okay. These things happen. Don't let it get in your head, and see if you can still win. So they come in with Skarmory, and at this point I'm going to rely on my Empoleon to finish off the game. Because they didn't really have much energy with the Vigoroth, they were only able to get to 1 Body Slam here, and I was able to farm it down. And against Skarmory, I throw on CMP with the Hydro Cannon. I actually overcharged 1 Waterfall just to get the CMP, and this pretty much secured the game for me because now I can just go for my Dragon Pulse on my Altaria and a couple Dragon Breath to kill. and good game to my opponent. So that was it for the battles. I hope you guys enjoyed the battles and the team. Let me know if you want to see more of these similar content. I stream on Twitch around 9 p.m. EST, so feel free to come in and say hi when I'm streaming. You can follow me at Bloody Bananas on Twitch. And yeah, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you.